Hey there, nice to see you again. So today's practice is a practice for a moment when you would like to calm down a little, unwind, maybe after a long day before going to sleep or before going to dinner. So yeah, it's a good practice to let go of the day and find peace and quiet. So if that sounds good to you, I look forward to seeing you on the mat and enjoy the practice. Okay, and we're going to start this practice today in downward facing dog. So get onto your mat and get into down dog. Stretch your arms forward, kind of walk the dog, bend and flex the knees here for a moment. Arrive on the mat. Feel your hands and your feet firmly grounded onto the surface of your mat. Inhale, reach the hips back and up. Stretch the lower back, upper back. Keep your ears between your arms. And then from here, bring your right heel in about 45 degrees. And then bend your left knee. You can come up onto the balls of the left foot and then stretch the right hip back. Straighten the right knee. Feel the lengthening in the outer right hip. Press firmly into both hands. Maybe walk the hands back a little to intensify the stretch. Bend the left knee, bend it as much as you can until you can get into that right outer hip. And then inhale, reach up onto your toes, come back. Reach the hips up, and then exhale, draw the heels back down. From here, turn your left heel in about 45 degrees, straighten the left leg, and then bend the right knee. Press both hips back, and then notice how the left outer hip is now lengthening and stretching. Press both hands firmly and equally into the mat. Make sure not to drop your weight onto one side or the other. Bend your right knee a little more. Lift the hips up and back a little more. And then come back to center. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, come back, down dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank pose. Press the floor away with your hands. Drop the hips slightly. Draw the navel in towards the spine. And then from here, lift the right foot up and place it down. Left foot up and place it down. Keep the hips level. Right foot up and down. Left foot up and down. One more time, right foot up and down. Engage the core. Left foot up and down. And then inhale here and exhale back, down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then begin drawing big circles in the air with your right knee. Opening up the hip, lubricating the joints. And then switch direction, turn into the other direction now. Press both hands firmly into the mat. Again, make sure that your weight is equally distributed between both hands. And then place the foot down. Exhale. And with your next inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And then begin drawing circles in the air with your left knee. Big, big circles. And then switch direction. Notice the weight distribution in your hands again. And then come back down, exhale. Stretch back. Inhale, come into plank. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And then exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bring it forward into a low lunge. Drop the back knee. And then from here, come into Ardha Hanumanasana, the half splits. Let your hips sink back towards your back heel and your back foot, and then stretch the right leg long. Press the right heel firmly into the ground. And then come out of the pose, inhale. And then step back into down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, come forward into a low lunge. Drop the right knee. Inhale, lengthen forward. And then exhale, straighten the left leg and sit back towards your right heel, stretching the backside of the left leg here. Lengthening the chest forward. You can be on your fingertips. Feeling the stretch in the left hamstrings. And then come back up. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Next inhale, right leg lifts. And then exhale, bring it forward into a low lunge. Left knee drops. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. And then exhale, come back into half splits. We're going to do this in a dynamic version now. As you inhale, come back up, look up. And then exhale, sink back towards your back heel. Straighten the front knee. Inhale again, look up. And exhale, sit back. Press the right heel down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back and stay. Sink deeper here. Walk your hands a little forward and bring your chest a little closer to your right thigh. Breathe here, bring the heart forward. And then inhale, come back up. And then step back, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And then exhale, come forward into a low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. And then exhale, dynamic Ardha Hanumanasana. Come back into the stretch. And then inhale, come up, chest up. Exhale, lean back. Press the left heel down firmly. Inhale up. And exhale, come back. Inhale up. And exhale, come back and stay. Lift the heart. Walk the hands forward a little and bring your belly a little closer to the left knee. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale, step back into plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, you can drop the knees lower down. Inhale, cobra. Roll the elbows together in the back. And exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, bring it forward into a runner's lunge. Keep the left knee lifted. And then inhale, reach the right hand up towards the sky. Twist open. Straighten the left leg all the way. Reach the left heel back. And then from here, bring your left knee down and reach with your right hand towards the outside of your left leg. If this is too much for you, you can just place your hand on the right knee and just twist open this way. Otherwise, again, bend the knee and then reach for the foot with the right hand. Twist the chest open. You can bring the right knee can fall out towards the right a little bit. And then press with the top of your left foot into the hand and pull with the hand on the foot, engaging and stretching the quad muscles. And then from here, come back. Come back into half splits. Stretch back. And then inhale, come back up. Come into plank, lower down, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bring it forward into a runner's lunge. Inhale, lift the left hand up towards the sky, twist open. Breathe here. And then exhale, bring the right knee down, bring your left hand onto the left knee and twist towards the left. If you want to come into twisted monkey, bend your right knee and reach with your left hand towards the outside of the right foot. And then press the foot into the hand and reach with the hand and pull with the hand on the foot. Rolling the left shoulder towards the spine, opening up towards the left side. And then from here, reach the left hand forward again, straighten the left leg and reach your hips back towards the right heel, Ardha Hanumanasana. And then inhale, come back up, come into plank, lower down through chaturanga, or drop the knees. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, come forward into a high lunge. Inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Engage the left glute. From here, we're going to come into a balancing sequence. So you're going to come forward into warrior three. Balance on the right foot. And then from here, find your balance. Gaze forward, roll your left hip down so it's level with the right. And then you can bring your right hand either onto a block or onto the mat. And then you can twist open towards the left. Roll your left hip up and then stretch the right arm, stretch the left arm up towards the sky. And then hold this for a moment, engaging the right leg, flexing the left foot. And then from here, come back to warrior three. And then without letting the left leg touch the floor, bring your left knee up towards the chest. And then prepare for a standing figure four stretch. So bring your left ankle on the outside of the right knee or on the right thigh. And then bend your right knee and come down until your elbows are in front of your left shin. Sit low here. You can touch the floor with your hands if you need that for balance. And then balance. And then inhale. Bring the hands down, undo the left leg and reach it up towards the sky. Come into a split, standing split. Reach the left leg up high and bring your nose towards your right knee. Bring your crown of the head towards the floor. You can walk both hands out far so that you can balance. Or if you want a little bit of a challenge, you can try to bring your right hand onto your right ankle. And then inhale, come back into warrior one. Bring the left foot down and back, 45 degrees turned out. Bend the right knee and reach up into warrior one. And then exhale, bring the hands down, come into plank. And then optional vinyasa or down dog. And then we meet in down dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. And exhale, come forward into a high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up, engage the right glute, press through both feet. And then from here, coming to balance again, bring the hands in front of your heart and come into warrior three. Hips level, right leg reaches up, left leg stands firmly. Gaze to a spot on the floor. And then from here, bring your left hand onto a block or onto the mat. And then roll your right hip open. You can bring your hand on your hip first. And then reach the right hand up towards the sky. Come into warrior three. into half moon. And then from here, come back into warrior three. And then without letting the right foot drop, come back up. Bring the knee up towards the chest. And then come into standing figure four on the other side. Bring your right ankle on the left thigh. And then bend the left knee and come down until your elbows are in front of your right chin. And balance here. Sit deep. And then from here, bring your hands down onto the mat, undo the right leg and reach it up towards the sky into a standing splits. Breathe here. Crown of the head towards the sky, nose towards the knee. It doesn't matter how high your right leg goes. It's more about the inversion. And then from here, come back up into warrior one. Bring the right leg down, 45 degrees turned out with the foot. And then reach up. And then bring the hands down and step back. Plank pose, optional vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. And then inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg forward into warrior two. Turn the back foot flat. Roll open into warrior two on the right. Breathe here. Then turn the right foot forward so that the feet are parallel. Bring your hands on your hips. Open up the chest and then come forward as you exhale. Into wide-legged standing forward fold. Bring your fingertips onto the mat underneath your shoulders. Press both of your feet firmly into the ground and then let your crown of the head go towards the mat. Bring your elbows together. The arms are 90 degrees bent and open up the space between your shoulder blades. And just breathe here. Feeling the contact points between your body and the floor, between your feet and the floor. And then inhale, come into a halfway white-legged lift. Lift the chest forward, drop the belly, and then exhale as you let go again. Inhale, lengthen up. Weight is in the toes. And then exhale, come back down. Weight of the body in the toes so that your hips can be over your ankles. One more time, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, let go. And breathe here. Try to make your exhales long and complete. And then from here, turn the left foot out, bend the left leg and come into warrior two on the left. Bring the arms out to the side, ground through the feet. And then from here, bring your hands towards your left heel and then bring your right heel onto the mat, bend the left knee a lot and come into Skandasana on the left side. Opening the inner right leg, stretching the hamstrings, engaging the leg though, so press your heel firmly into the mat. And then you can bind around the left leg if you would like, grabbing your hands behind you and then turning the right shoulder back, opening the chest towards the ceiling. And then release that. And come to the other side, bend the right knee, come onto the left heel, come to Skandasana on the right side, opening the inner left leg, And then you can bind here. This is optional though, if you would like, balancing on the right ball of the foot, rotating the left shoulder back towards the spine, opening the chest. Nice. And then release. Walk yourself back towards the left foot, and then step back into downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank, and then come down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Place your hands onto the mat. Feel your feet grounded. And then with your next inhale, reach the right leg up. And exhale, come into pigeon pose. Bring the right ankle behind the left wrist. Sit up. Lengthen the spine. Ground your left hip and your right sit bone. And then if this is already enough for you, you can stay here. Or you can walk yourself forward and bring your forehead towards the mat. Melting down into the pose. Stretching the outer right hip. While at the same time, attempting to ground the left hip bone. And then just release into the pose, feeling grounded, stable, and safe. And then walk yourselves back up very slowly. And then turn yourself around, bring your left hand behind you, roll around so that your right knee is still bent and your left leg is extended on the floor. Then take your right leg on the outside of your left, and then wrap your left arm around your right knee, pull it in towards your chest, bring your right hand behind you and twist towards the right. Coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana with an extended left leg, flex the left foot. Inhale as you lengthen the spine and exhale as you twist. And then just breathe and relax the face, relax the mouth, the neck. Couple more breaths here. And then let go of that. Come back to center. And now let's transition right into pigeon on the left side. So bring your right leg behind you, extend it straight out from the hip. So make sure it's back in a straight line. And then your left knee is going to stay forward. And you're going to bring your hands in front of the ankle and the knee. Lengthen up. And then exhale, fold. The left knee can be bent in 90 degrees, or you can bring it a little bit less than 90 degrees if that's more comfortable for you. The degree of the left knee is gonna affect the stretch that you get in your hips, so you can experiment with that. And then just let the neck go again. Maybe you can come all the way down into your forehead. But if anything feels too intense, just back off. Feel the contact points between your body and the floor. Notice your exhales getting longer. And feel yourself sinking heavier into the mat as you exhale. If this is uncomfortable for you, try to breathe through the discomfort. Just sitting with it, unless it's pain. There's sometimes a small line between discomfort and pain, so you gotta listen to your body here. And then slowly come out of the pose. And then again, turn around on your right leg this time. Bring your right hand behind you. Keep your left leg up and bent. Bring your left foot on the outside of the right hip. Wrap your right arm around your left knee. And then bring your left hand behind you and twist towards the left. Flex the right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine from the pelvis all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale, twist just as deeply as you find appropriate for your body. You can gaze over your left shoulder or just towards the left. And a couple more breaths here. And then come back to center. Release the left leg forward, and now you have two options for a forward fold. So you can either sit in Dandasana and then come forward into Paschimottanasana, just letting the head go and bending, hinging from the hips forward, reaching for the feet or into the direction of the feet. Or you can take your feet, soles of the feet together, knees wide in Baddha Konasana, and then you can come into a forward fold here, opening up the hips a little more. So it's up to you if you choose Paschimottanasana or Baddha Konasana, whatever feels more appropriate in your body right now. This is just for you to ground yourself, release, establish feeling of security and stability. Try not to have any expectations of your body in this pose right now. This is merely a pose to let go of anything that didn't serve you today. If anything feels too intense, you can back out a little bit. And just being with you and your body, resting. And then slowly make your way out of this pose also. Walk yourself back up. If you're in Paschimottanasana or Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana people, bring your knees together. And then we can all lay down on our backs, preparing for bridge pose or supported bridge pose. If you have a block available to you, you can come into supported bridge. And if you don't, you can just come into regular bridge. So keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. Feel the ground underneath you. Exhale completely. And then with your next inhale, press through the feet, lift the hips. Come up onto your shoulders. Press the floor away with your feet. And then if you have a block, you can place it in your tailbone region and rest your lower back on the block. Just relaxing into the supported bridge, rolling onto the tops of the shoulders, sternum lifted. If you don't have a block and you're in unsupported bridge, take your fingers and interlace them behind your body. Come up onto the tops of your shoulders. Press your feet firmly into the ground. Inhale, reach the hips up a little higher. And stay for a couple more breaths. See your belly rise and fall as you in and exhale. And then exhale, release down. Let your knees fall together in constructive rest pose. And then if you're feeling up for it, you can come into bridge pose one more time, letting the knees part again, press through the feet and the hands, lift the hips up towards the sky, interlace the fingers behind you, come up onto the tops of the shoulders, really open the front body here, powerfully lifting from the hips upward. Deeply breathing into the belly. One more inhale, reach the hips up towards the sky. And then exhale, release. Let your hands fall next to your hips. Let your knees fall together. And rest. You can place your hands on your belly and feel your breath. Everybody in supported bridge pose, you can inhale, lift your hips higher, remove the block, and then exhale, lower down onto your back. Let your feet fall together in constructive rest pose. Bring your hands on your belly. And let's take one deep inhale together. And one deep exhale. Now you can bring the soles of your feet together, lie in Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the knees fall apart. Keep your hands on your belly if you like. And just relax and let go. Notice how your exhales drive your body deeper into the floor. And how your inhale creates spaciousness in your mind, in your breath, Spaciousness in your chest. And become still. If you have some time now, you can extend your legs and come into Shavasana for as long as you would like. But if you have somewhere to be or something else to do, you can bring your left knee on top of the right, lay on your right side. Support your head with your right hand. Feel the floor underneath you. And then slowly and in your own time, push yourself up over the hands, and then you can keep your eyes closed as you come to a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your knees. Inhale, lift the spine, feel it extending from the bottom of your pelvis all the way up through the crown of your head. Exhale, relax your shoulders and your face, your tongue, your eyes. And then with your next inhale, reach the arms up over your head. Reach the fingertips towards the sky, and then fold your hands, bring them in front of your heart. Bow your head. And thank yourself for having taken the time to practice yoga today. Namaste.